What's up, people? Welcome to the Boom Boom Room. I'm your host, Ron Slay. I got a special guest. Um, First of all, the accolades are too long to list, so I ain't even gonna get into that. You know what I mean? We just talk about that journey as it goes. But three-time All-American, SEC Player of the Year, pro game still going on for him. Sharpest shooter I've ever been around. Always on my top three best shooters ever. He's definitely in my list. You know what I mean? And I ain't get to play with him, but I can only imagine, man. I would have been setting screens, knocking heads off like guys like Duke and them, Tyler and all them guys who knocking heads off. I would have been doing the same thing. You know what I mean? So, without further ado, man, my man Chris Lofton is in the house, in the Boom Boom Room. CeeLo, what up, baby?
What's good, man? I'm happy to be here, man. I've been a big fan of the Boom Boom Room since you started. I was always waiting for my time to be here. So I'm glad I finally made it, man. I'm glad I finally made it.
I appreciate you joining us, man. So let's jump straight into it, man. First off, give me some of your inspirations, people that inspired you, whether it was family, whether it was people you looked up that were pros, could have been a high school guy you was chasing ahead of you. Give me some of those people that inspired you on your journey.
Well, first growing up, my mom and dad inspired me.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was a school teacher. My dad worked at a power plant, and they got up every morning for work. My dad got up at 4:30. Mom was up at like 6.
Right.
Grading papers, what she needed to do. So, at a young age, I saw what it meant to what was hard work was like.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to be great at something, you had to work at it.
Right.
It wasn't just gonna come. Like, you had to put in the work to get results that you wanted.
Okay. Grind early. So mom and dad most definitely inspiration in there. Where'd your love for basketball come in at?
So as I said, my mom was a teacher, so she would have students that played basketball.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember she'd take me to middle school games, high school games, and I was just always around. I was always around it. My mom and dad were always at basketball games. They loved the game, so they were going to game before I was born. People would tell me so. For me to grow up to be a basketball player, they was just, it was a blessing to them. So it was just, second nature. Like they was always going to games regardless.
Yeah.
So it was just like a perfect match.
So it kind of fell right into it. This shooting that you got going on, man. Have you always been a marksman like this, or did this come from work? You know what I mean? Of course, you got to put in the work. You know what I mean to get to that level. But some people just got a knack for it also. Where did yours come from?
I think maybe it's a little both.
Mm-hmm.
I spent a lot of time in the gym growing up. Like I said, my mom was a teacher, so she would be in school, in service, in the summertime. So I'd be in the gym all day, just shooting, in the gym all day, like literally all day.
Right.
From 9 to 4, 9 to 3.
Yeah.
I would stop and eat, take breaks, but I was always in that gym shooting and playing basketball.
Right back to it. Now, how intimidating was your shot? You know what I mean? So, for instance, I know when high school I'm playing, my intimidation factor was I was very athletic. I was going to dunk, scream on them, try to get in people's head. How intimidating, how lethal was that shot in your repertoire?
I think it was lethal because, I didn't have no conscience.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was going to pull from anywhere at any given time. So you just had to be ready. My coach gave me the green light, so I'll come past half court and just, any given time. As soon as I get off the bus, it could go up.
So in the South, growing up, Maysville, Kentucky. I'm from Nashville. We never heard of Maysville. I'm gonna be all the way honest. You know what I mean? So
you big city, yeah.
Yeah. So putting y'all on the map, take me through your freshman year. What were your expectations going into your freshman year, and how did your game evolve from freshman year going into your sophomore year in high school?
Freshman year, I started off playing. I played a couple games of freshman, then a few games of JV, and then I started varsity around Christmas time.
Right.
And it was just. The team was pretty good, but I remember we lost in the region finals to go to state. State tournament here in Kentucky, You go to Rupp Arena for the state tournament.
In Lexington, yes,
It was
sir.
came away my freshman year. We going to Rupp Arena. That's what you dream of as a
Yes,
kid.
sir.
Like state tournament, Rupp Arena, Sweet 16.
Yeah.
So, and I had a good year. I think I averaged like 13. And we got to the region finals the last game, and we lost, man. It was just
heartbreaking.
Hurt.
Heartbreaking.
Hurt. It was hurt. Man, we was up like 10 at the half. So we was up 10 at the half, and you know how you think in your mind at halftime, like,
I got him.
We on our way.
Yeah.
Pack the bag. We on the way to Rupp.
Mm-hmm.
We fell apart that second half, and I was hurt, and I just kept thinking about things I could have done. I missed some shots, some turnovers, defensive missed assignments. So I remember that summer, I was like, nah, I can't let this happen again. And we went back to work, and thinking sophomore, junior, senior, we ended up making the Rupp Arena. So state tournament 3 years in a row.
Did y'all went to the state tournament 3 years in a row?
What'd you say?
Y'all went to the state tournament 3 years in a row?
3 years in a row,
yeah.
And then, so my junior year, we won it all. We won the state tournament. We won the title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that? Well, tell me what that feeling was like.
Oh, man, that was the best feeling. It was just, I remember like the state tournament. So sophomore year, we made it. We won first round, lost second round of the state tournament.
Right.
And we like stayed up there to watch the games, and I never going to the state championship games. Like Rupp Arena is packed. They turn the lights out, and like the high school banner comes from the ceiling. The high school banner, they drop it down right before the game. And I remember being in the stands like, oh, that's got to come to Maysville. That's got to come to the crib. That's got to come to the crib.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's got to come home. And that summer again, I worked even harder than I did the summer before that.
Mm-hmm.
And when we won that feeling, I had a great game.
Yeah.
I had like 9 threes in the championship game. And, bring that banner back home was the greatest feeling. It was like one of the best feelings.
Now in the Boom Boom Room, man, this is most definitely a place where we don't remain humble. You know what I mean? We want to be able to peek behind the curtain and see what goes into it. You know what I mean? The success, the heartache, all of it. So going into that summer, give me a little bit of what that work ethic was like going into your junior year. And then in your junior year, did y'all expect, like most definitely everybody opened up wanting to win the championship, but did y'all expect to really be there, like nothing could derail y'all, or was that an up and down season your junior year?
Oh man, we only lost 2 games, but it was like before that though, so we lost 4 seniors. So I was the only returning starter coming back my junior year. Mm-hmm. So it was a whole new cast, and I didn't know we were going to be that good, honestly. But we started rolling, we was beating everybody, and we just got hot. We stayed hot. We were 35-2, and we just got the Rupp Arena and we just like dominated.
Yeah.
Like, it was a great feeling.
Now, for the viewers that don't know, man, Kentucky, if you don't know, outside of the Kentucky Wildcats, Kentucky itself is a hotbed for basketball. Like eat, sleep, use the bathroom with basketball up there. So that's what they live by. So with you, what was some of the guys, notable guys that you played against or played with during your high school career?
So I played against Regional Rondo, and we played on the same AAU team too.
Right.
I'm trying to think. He's like the most known.
And with Rondo didn't have a lot of acclaim. I think both of y'all really was kind of flying under the radar, the national radar. You know what I mean? I talked to Coach Smith, and we were talking about Rondo, and he was like, man, a lot of people didn't know about him. They were trying to figure out why I'm taking him at Oak Hill and everything. So, you know what I mean? So both of y'all flying under the radar like that, and then just erupt. What was that recruiting like? You started getting noticed when? After your state championship or before?
Yeah, after my state championship, I started getting noticed a lot more. Colleges were calling about me, and I remember I got a offer from Louisville. They offered me a scholarship, at that time. and I mean, schools were interested, but they wasn't offering. You know, like
Right.
schools were like, but they wasn't offering.
Right.
You know,
Right. You get
but
the questionnaires, you get the letters every day
Louisville,
showing interest, but that ain't what we were looking for.
yeah.
Right.
Louisville did offer, and that was probably the highest one at the time. But it was still early in my career, you know, so I
Yeah.
wasn't ready to commit to anything at the time. And
Right.
so I just, you know, just kept working out, kept playing AAU, and you know, I got to my senior year and I really didn't have, you know, offers like that. Louisville took that scholarship away.
Right.
So it was, you know, I was kind of in limbo, like
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to, you know, like I don't know what I'm going to do. Like,
Yeah.
it was kind of scary actually. You know, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like I think I'm, you know, I'm like, man, I know I'm good enough to play D1 somewhere.
Exactly.
You know, I know I'm good enough.
But why the offers not coming in?
Like I can play at the highest level, you know, college basketball. You know, I always had that confidence because I felt like I put in the work, and it was like I mean, I don't care who you were, I don't care who you rank. Like I want all the smoke. You know, like
Exactly.
that's how that's how I've always been. Like I may not say it, but I'm not ducking nobody. You know, I don't care who you are.
Yeah, without
rank
doubt.
number one, you care less.
Yeah.
I want it all. You know what I'm saying? I want it all. Like,
Yeah.
come on, let's do it. So I was just like, I mean, it is what it is. You know?
After that state championship, and you still wasn't getting the looks like, let's just say you felt you deserved. What was that work like going into your senior year?
It was real. It was real. It got, you know what I'm saying? It was intense. It was, you know, playing ones, working out, training weight room, like all that. Like I wanted, you know, my senior year to be, you know, the best season yet.
Right.
So I was ready. And, you know, we came up short. We lost in the state championship game, made the rep, lost in the final. You know, I just, you know, another tough one, Slay, another tough one. You know, I already had my celebrations ready for that two in a row, you know, like the Jordan year, 92 again, 2, you know, I already had it ready. I had my celebration ready. You know, I had it ready. Jump on the scores table, you know, 2. I had it all planned out, man.
My boy was ready.
We just fell short again, man. We fell short. That still hurts to this day, too. I still get mad when people bring it up.
Yeah, see, that's tough.
And don't talk about that. Let's move on to something else.
Hey, that's tough right there. So you get ready, you finish your senior year. Yeah. Tell me what the recruiting process is ramped up to now, and how does Tennessee come into play?
Yeah, so at that time, like Georgetown College in Kentucky and Arkansas State was my only offers. So it was them two. But I'm just like, man, I really don't want to go either one of those places, you know? And so the first round of state tournament my senior year, the team we played against, their coach played in Tennessee in like the 70s maybe. I think he played in the 70s, 60s, 70s. So I had a good game against them first round. So he calls Tennessee and is like, Buzz, I don't know if y'all got any scholarship, but I got a kid y'all need to take a look at. You know, and at the time, John Winchester transferred. Yeah. So this happened to scholarship to open up. You know what I'm saying? So Buzz comes to Maysville, watches me play pickup, and him and Ferguson, Coach Ferg. Yeah. So they're like, we want you to get you out of Knoxville, come down on a little visit. And it was so last minute. It was like on a Monday, like on a Monday afternoon. Right. It was like, we're going to be down here, you know, just look around campus for a day, 2, and see what you think. So I get down there, and I'm like, Slade, I ain't got to see nothing. Yeah. You give me the scholarship, it's on the way. Like, I don't know what I'm saying? Like, Tennessee, I'm in the SEC. Yeah. I'm cool. I'm ready. It's on. It's like, man, just relax, just chill. Like, we gonna, you know, think about it. Right. Know? I'm like, all right, whatever. So I get back to Maysville, and I'm just like, what's going on? But, you know, as a Kentucky kid, Slade, I mean, Kentucky or Louisville. Right. I mean, it's what it is growing up here.
It's hands down, no question about it.
You know, so Louisville, the thing is, Louisville was coming to my games my senior year. Their assistant coach was coming to my games, so I'm just like, why are you coming to all my games? Offer me a scholarship, and I'm signing right now after the game. Like, you know, like, but they would never offer. They come to my games, but wouldn't offer. So I'm getting confused, you know? Like, why are you at my games? Yeah,
y'all here, but what's up?
So, and, you know, Cincinnati's close to me, too. Cincinnati's like an hour from Mason where I live. And at the time, I was Bob Huggins, and remember they had the Jordan
Yes,
contract.
they did.
So
Yes, they did.
I'm thinking like,
Go
Lemons
get
will
these
look good
J's,
hooping
get
them 11s.
laced.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm thinking, them 11s will look good on my feet out there hooping there. Like, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So Hugs is like, so my cousin played at Cincinnati like in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
So he texted me and is like, Hugs, like they really want you, but you know they don't have a scholarship for you at this moment right now. So I'm like, man, that's crazy. Because, and then I remember I think it was one of the assistants texting me and was like, Chris, don't sign with anybody right now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sign with anybody right now. There's gonna be a new law where we're gonna have an extra scholarship come like July.
Wow.
That just hold off, don't sign. I'm gonna have a scholarship waiting on you.
Right.
I got you.
Right.
Like, so I'm like, so then come signing day, Slay. I got an offer from Tennessee right here on the table.
Yeah.
Cincinnati's like, just wait. Like, we got you. And I can't take it.
Yeah.
You know, I
can't just
like,
risk that like that.
You know, I'm just like, I got the guarantee right here, free scholarship. Ain't got to pay for nothing.
Right.
Wait, you know what I'm saying? Cincinnati said they gave me the word. They're going to do it. So I'm thinking, what do I do? My dad's like, well, let me tell you this. I'm not paying for no school. You know what I'm saying? You got a scholarship right here.
You need to take what you got right now. Yeah.
You want to wait? That's on you.
Right.
But look, I'm not paying for it. You got a free scholarship right here in the SEC.
Yeah. Yeah.
Want to take this chance? I'm just like, you know, you don't know my pops don't play around. So
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What he says goes.
Yeah.
It's always been like it since I was a kid. So I was just like, man. And another thing, I wanted to stay close to home.
Right.
You know, like that was.
Right.
You know, Tennessee, like 3.5 hours away. It's not far,
right.
but it's still far.
It's still far, yeah. It's far enough where you can't get on the road and ride on out.
Yeah. So I'm just like, I was praying about it. I was like, God was just like, sign this. You better sign these papers right now. Good being.
Yeah.
On sign it, man. Best decision of my life.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. The rest was history coming into it. So the funny thing is, man, for the viewers in the Boom Boom Room with Ron Slay, your host, special guest today, Chris Lofton. The thing is, so you come to Tennessee 04, right? 04, 05 season. That year leading up to the 03 season, they were trying to get me to red shirt so I could come back the next year. You know what I mean? So I would have had an opportunity to play with Dane. I still would have missed you, but we would have crossed paths a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, nah, I'm cool, man. I'm cool on the red shirt. You know what I mean? I feel healthy. I'm gonna get back to it. You know what I mean? Plus, I'm trying to get to this league. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to stay in school too much longer. So that's funny how lines always cross. But so you get to Tennessee. What's your expectations when you get to the University of Tennessee? As far as you see where they're coming off of Buzz, having down years, you know, trying to get his crop in there. You got CJ in there. CJ 2 years deep by the time you get there. Dane's there. So he's getting his guys in. But at the same time, it ain't really taking off like it was supposed to when they brought him in. So you sign now. What's your expectations on you as an individual and then as the team? What was your expectations?
Yeah. I mean, so it's like going into that freshman year at Tennessee, you know, I'm mad. I'm really mad.
Right.
You know, Kentucky, Louisville, they don't want me, my home state. So
real quick, give me how many times did you win Mr. Basketball in the state of Kentucky?
I won it once. You can only win it once in Kentucky.
Oh, you can only win it once?
Yeah, you can only win it once.
Oh, wow. What you won in your junior year?
No, senior year. 04.
Okay, so
it goes to the senior every year.
Okay. All right. So go ahead. Okay.
So I'm mad going in. I'm going. So I'm focused. I'm in the zone. Like, okay, y'all don't be. Somebody's got to pay for this.
Yeah.
4 years, somebody's gonna pay for this. And somebody's gonna pay for this. Nobody want me. So you know what I'm saying? I get to Tennessee and I'm just locked in,
right,
like nonstop. You know, I'm working out, like training, like okay, This is for everybody who said I couldn't play at this level. This is
Mm-hmm.
for all y'all. You know, this is what it's. Watch what I'm gonna do when I get here. Just watch and see. Just watch what I'm gonna do.
Make
I
them
mean,
feel it.
like, you know, I was just so locked in and focusing on proving people wrong that I didn't care about nothing else. I was just, you know, make sure my grades was right, and I was working on my game slate. Like, I
Right.
didn't care about nothing else. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I was just so mad. Nobody wanted me. They basically saying I wasn't that good. So I'm just locked. I'm just locked in.
You was out to
Like,
prove something.
it's on now. Like,
Yeah.
it's on. You know, it's on now. Somebody's paying for this.
Yeah.
You know, so I get there freshman year. It's, you know, CJ. It's different. You know, that's when I realized how good. You know, it's not high school basketball anymore.
No, it's not.
Everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's there.
Yeah.
And, you know, started practice, and I'll never forget my first practice. Like, we was doing a full court 1-on-1, and you remember how fast CJ is, right?
Man, iron lung.
Like, he went by me so fast. I looked back, he was already laying the ball. Like, this is it.
Yeah.
And Buzz looked at me and says, "Yeah, he's a little faster than them boys from Mason, ain't he?" I was hot, I was mad.
Yeah.
I was heated, but it just showed me, like, I got work to do.
Right.
You know, I got work to do.
Right.
So I started focusing on weight room, you know, focusing on that, getting some extra workouts in, and just you know, playing and, you know, taking care of my body and stuff. Just, you know, just being ready.
So,
and, you know, the freshman was, man, you know, coming off the bench, I wasn't in that lineup.
There you go.
You know, I'm scoping the scene, like, who I got beat out, like, you know, I'm scoping the scene, like, oh, okay, I see. So I'm just like, okay, that's who I got it, you know. So, you know, we get to start the practicing, and I'm doing good, and I'll never forget that first exhibition game. You know, but I don't know about y'all, but Buzz didn't tell you who was starting until right before the game.
Exactly. Yep.
You know, true freshman, so I'm thinking, like, you know, I'm probably come off the bench first, right?
Right.
He writes my name on the starting lineup, so I'm just like, oh, I get a little nervous, like, you know, like I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I remember going to the bathroom, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh,
butterflies eating you up.
I wasn't expecting this, you know, and but, you know, that freshman year was tough. We didn't win a lot. I think I averaged like 12, 11 maybe. You know, we didn't play good. We were 14 and 17. You know, it was bad, man. I was frustrated, you know, just like, man, like, I don't know about this. Maybe I need to leave, you know.
Right.
Then what's funny, Kentucky, Louisville was all trying to get me to transfer. I was just like, oh, now y'all want me.
Yeah, y'all had me in your backyard. You ain't want to mess with me.
Yeah, now y'all want me. And I'm just like, you know what? But I did consider leaving, though. I did.
Yeah.
I did. I was just like, man, because, you know, Buzz got fired.
Was that after your freshman year?
Yeah, I was after my freshman year.
Okay, so I remember when Buzz got hired. It was after my sophomore year, and we had just lost in the tourney. We get back from the trip. As soon as we get back, we get in the truck, drive down to Panama City. Me, Vince, Dale, like, we like, man, forget this, man. Let's get away, man. It's spring break. Forget it. You know what I mean? While we down there, we getting calls from parents like, hey, man, y'all need to get back up here. You know, Coach Green just got fired. I'm like, what? Nah, I ain't know how. You know what I mean? That only makes sense. I know we slipped up and got beat, but nah, I ain't get fired. So it was like it was true. So we start heading back. Before we even get back, they already got the coach picked. They got Buzz on the line, and he's calling for a meeting in the locker room. And I remember when he walked in there. And Buzz, I'm cool with Buzz. I love Buzz as a guy, as a man, especially off the court. You know what I mean? Good guy, disciplinarian on the court. You know, he was kind of put in a bad position, try to clean up. So, but outside of that, when he first walked in, and he's giving us a speech. Me and Vince sitting in the front row and he talking. I look at Vince look at me, and I'm reading his mind. Man, we transferring. This over. Like, he wasting his time. He wasting his time sitting here talking. You know what I mean? And I remember when we walked out of there, Coach Ferguson pulled me and Vince to the side and was like, hey, I see exactly what y'all thinking. Give him a chance. Just give him a chance. I'm like, hey, Coach, man, hey, he finna come in with this discipline stuff. And we ain't got no problem with that, but, man, we out here to hoop. You know what I mean? Trying to get to the league, man. This ain't gonna get it right here. He was like, give him a chance. So we gave him a chance, man. And I bring it up to say that transition was a little difficult on everybody. You know what I mean? Both people took it different. Like me, I took it in stride after I agreed to, like, I'm staying. I locked all the way in and was, let's roll. You know what I mean? What we got to do to get better. Let's implement a system and let's get used to it. Others took it differently. Like Vince was kind of cut off from him automatically. You know what I mean? Vince never really locked in with him. He didn't really vibe with him like that. But after that, for y'all, what was that transition like with Buzz leaving? And did y'all know Coach Pearl was coming in right away?
No, it was I remember there was at some point, like it might have been like a week or two, like we didn't have a coach.
Y'all just out there.
We didn't have a coach.
Yeah.
So everybody was like, and that's when like people were, coaches was calling my house, my parents' house, they were texting my phone, like, man, we want you and this and that. And I didn't, I was just like, I don't know what to do. And I remember going home for 4 or 5 days because we didn't have a coach. We didn't have, what I'm saying? So I'm going to the crib, right?
Ain't no need chilling here. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I go to the crib and I'm chilling. And they talking about we had an assistant coach, which was like an interim coach, one of our assistants, and he was just like, everybody come back, and everybody was like,
come back.
Who are you?
What you talking about? Yeah. We gone.
Like, man, come on, somewhere. I'll be back when I get back.
Yeah.
I'll be back when I get back. I'm at the crib. I'm 3.5 hours away. You think I'm just going to hop back? I just drove 3.5 hours. Like, give me a couple days, few days, I'll be back. And so, there was like a week we were just hooping, just playing pickup. And I think it was Stokely or T-Rex, you know what I'm saying? Just like, we didn't have a coach. I remember, people wasn't going to class, study hall,
the inmates was running the asylum at the time.
Yeah. And so they hired Buzz. And so Buzz gets the job, and after the press conference, we have a meeting.
You mean Bruce?
Bruce, yeah, Bruce. So after the press conference, we have a meeting. So we in the locker room, and our academic advisor comes in there.
Yeah.
So she's naming off names, like such and such didn't go to class, he didn't go to study hall. Wow. I was like, oh, really? Are you really gonna do that?
You gonna throw us under the bus like this on day one?
So Slay, his first day, he says, everybody on that list, be here tomorrow at 5 a.m. Bro.
For real?
Bro, we ran for an hour straight.
Really?
Dead. 5 a.m. I'm like, he ain't playing. He's serious. Like, he ain't playing.
Yeah.
5 a.m. And I'm just like, at the time I was mad, but then I realized that's what we needed for real. So, you know what I'm saying? A little disciplinary. So I'm like, man, praying about it. And God was like, man, just sit still.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? Just rest is history. Playing for the Push was the best. Like, I had to fight. I could shoot whenever I wanted. He was a player's coach. We were winning.
Right.
His style play was the best. And it just, it worked out perfect for us.
And individually, man, you coming in that sophomore season, and you make All-American.
Yeah.
Like All-American, did you lead the league in scoring your sophomore year or junior year?
Junior year. That was the next year.
So the sophomore year, once he implement everything that he got going on, the no nonsense, we're gonna be a running team. I used to hear about y'all running them hills outside of Neyland. I forgot what gate it is. What gate is
G10?
G10. Hey, boy, I used to hear about that. I used to hear about Weezy. Shout out to Weezy. I know you're going to be watching Weezy using his asthma to get out of the running. Like, hey, man, didn't nobody want parts of that G10 hill, man. But that set a tone for y'all. Talk about that tone that set for y'all.
Yeah, man. Bruce just came in and set a tone. It was he had a winner's mentality. Like, we're going to work here. We're going to work, in this system. You're going to be in the best shape. And he found gate 10 over at the football field. Bruh. And that would be Slay would be 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
So you imagine going to sleep that night before Thursday night. I'm nervous.
Know what to expect.
You thinking your day's over Thursday night? You you think back, we got 630 in Warren Gate Hills, and then you think about, I mean, you got to run like 25 to 30 hills, like
right?
I'm just like,
Yeah.
like the first couple of weeks was cool. You might get like 12, 14.
Yeah.
When they start kicking in,
Yeah.
that's when it gets real.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just be like, man, dead.
Yeah.
But like it was, you know what I'm saying? It was good, man. It was good times, man. I'd do it all over again. Man.
Right.
You know, it was like, we got better. I was with my boys.
Yeah.
Like, and some great times.
Now talk about how that translated to the season. This is your first season up under Bruce coming from Buzz. Now, all that running, the extreme confidence he putting in you, like you say, you come into the season with the green light. What was the first couple of games like with him out there on the sideline and y'all playing? How free did you feel? Like what was the atmosphere like?
I mean, the atmosphere was great. You know, people wasn't coming to our games yet,
right?
Because they still thought we were the bad team from the year before. So their first couple of exhibitions and first little games, they're like, of course they should win that. They're playing D2 schools, So and then I think I want to say we started up like 6-7-0, 8-0 or something like that. Like we started up, raising eyebrows, like, oh, no, are they for real?
Right,
like,
right.
And we, we keep winning. We get to SEC, and we win. I think we were like finished 12-4 in the SEC. So we like, so people are coming to our games now. Like it's
the place to be.
Like,
yeah.
Number 1 Florida come to Knoxville, beat them. So it's Rocky Top Rowdies have a ride. We got our fans in there, so it's starting to rock now. So I'm just like, oh yeah, this is what I came. This is what I'm here for right here. It started rocking then.
That was a different feeling.
Yeah, 2006. Yeah, we ended up losing the second round of NCAA tournament, but it was a stepping stone.
Right.
It was it was so much better than the year before.
Right.
14 and 17. And so that sophomore year was it was better. It didn't end like we wanted, of course, but it was better than the year before.
Right. And you get named All-American, All-SEC, going into that junior year. Now y'all got to rebound, and it's different. Because now y'all stockpile some talent.
Yeah.
Now this is one of the deepest teams in the country, with one of the most prolific shooters in the country, with one of the hottest coaches in the country, with one of the hottest fan bases in the country. Like these expectations are different than what you walked into.
Expectations is going up.
Tell me about that summer. That summer going into your junior year. And then talk about going into that season, cause then I want to get to that 1-2 matchup.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That sophomore, after my sophomore summer, I was, they know me as a shooter, and I remember Coach Shea telling me, like, Chris, we gotta expand. Everybody knows you can shoot. You gotta put it on the floor. We gotta get you to the rack, get you some mid range. We gotta get you doing some more stuff.
Yeah. So
you're not one dimensional.
Right.
I forget how many free throws I shot my sophomore year, but it was like maybe 45, sophomore year. And Slade's like, we gotta get you at least double that. Like we gotta get you to the line. Like, so I'm like, yeah. So me and Coach Shea, we was getting at it all summer.
Yeah.
Early in the morning, late at night. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still mad at the world.
Right. You still got something to prove.
I ain't want me, so you know what it is. So I'm getting it. So we getting it in, and so I end up that junior year, man, was my best individual season for sure. Average 20, I think it was 2021. Led the SEC in scoring. SEC Player of the Year. We Sweet 16. We got beat by Ohio State in the Sweet 16, and it was a good year, man. Didn't end the way we wanted.
Right.
It was, a stepping stone. I got better, and the SEC Player of the Year when I got that, Slade was. Yeah. That's special right there.
Oh, that's huge.
And just from nobody wanted me, and I was like, the work I put in was like I was finally like, there we go. I got a little respect, like I got a little bit of respect now. So that felt good. That felt good.
It ain't no. I tell people all the time. They talk about the SEC Player of the Year, man. There's no other pat on the back, especially playing in that conference where night in and night out, you playing against pros. Like, they're in college right now, but you look at the list and the rosters, team to team, all the way down from the bottom to the top, man, you were playing against pros night in and night out, man, and to be looked at as the best player in that conference, that's special, man. That's special.
That's
yeah.
true.
Talk about that grind to get that. I know you didn't. Did you set out going into your junior year to be? Man, I'm gonna be the SEC Player of the Year. I'm gonna lead the conference in scoring.
Yeah, my goals every year is like I'm trying to be the best.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but like, you know, every time I step on the court,
yeah,
like I don't care who I feel like I'm the best player on this court. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You might be ranked higher, you might have more accolades, but for this 40 minutes or however long we out here, I'm the best player on this court. I'm gonna show you too. Like,
yeah.
You know, the mistake, you know, so that's, you know, I'm still my mentality right now. You know,
Mm-hmm.
34 years old. I'm playing with these young guys, like
Mm-hmm.
y'all still don't want these problems. You know, like
Right.
y'all, you know,
See, there go my boy. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir.
like y'all still don't want these problems.
That's
like,
how it
girl,
Yeah.
34. So that was just always my mentality. You know, just try to be the best. You know, I mean, my favorite player is Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Their attitude was like, you know, they don't give up. You know,
at all.
Anything.
Yeah,
like it's whatever.
At all. So with that, before we get into the senior season and things that went on in your senior season that a lot of people didn't know about, not even your roommate at the time, I got a special guest host that I want to bring in. You know what I mean? Y'all paths crossed, so I want to bring him in and give him give him a little segment with you, man. Let me see what my man got for you, man. Just straight off the muscle too, you know. Unexpected.
Chris.
Oh, man.
What's up, man?
Up,
What's up, man? Hey, what? I just want to say before we go any further, man, it was cool walking campus with you, man. And just your era of like team, like that team you guys had, man, was super cool. Like the back and forth that we had on campus with y'all, like y'all would get into the tournament, like, well, the football team got to do something too. Like it was a nice vibe of being on campus with y'all, man. And I was, and the way the game is right now, it's cool being around some guys like you and Jawan who were shooters. And now, like, that's my first question to you too, man. And that is like, being that the way the game has changed. I was talking to Ron the other night about it. Like, when there's a fast break, a 2-on-1, there's no longer a layup.
No longer.
It's a pull-up. So, like, seeing the game now, one, I feel like you was on the forefront of that, like, pull-up shooting. Like, nobody, like, I know you said Bruce gave you the green light and stuff like that, but, like, nobody was really shooting like that. Not just, like, at the three-point line. Guys, you look at their feet and shoot at the three-point line. You were, like, the line before half court shooting before it was cool like that. You glad to see the game, and on the other side of that, being a shooter like that, has it, like, prolonged your career too, just your professional career?
I think so. You know, like you said, now it's all about 3-point shot. That's all about. Like ain't no fast break layups no more. 2-on-1, people stopping at the three. You know, I was doing that in 05, 06.
Yeah.
So, you know, I guess, you know what I'm saying, I wish I just came up in the wrong era. I wish I came out there, you know. It'd been different, man. Maybe I could have got one of these big checks they giving out there, you know.
Easy money now.
Yeah, but it was fun, and you know, good to see you though, man. Congrats on a great career.
Appreciate
it. And how's the retired life?
Man, you know what I've been telling everybody right now. Everybody retire with me. I'll be ready when they go back to work, man, so I can finally enjoy it and have a little celebration or something, man.
Yeah, man, you definitely deserve it, man. You definitely deserve it.
Yeah. And I ain't going to take over Ron's show, but I just got to ask one question, too. Like I said, that era of what we had on, if you look at, I guess you can say, until recently, with UT getting back, I think, in every sport, how was it for you being on the campus with the legend, Pat Head Summitt, too? Because, like, you were directly in, like, a relationship with, like, I saw her and I was, like, giddy because I was, like, that's Pat Summitt. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was being on that campus? And people say what they want to with Fulmer, with Bruce, with Pat. The softball team was good. Heck, the track team was still jumping. Like, that era was, like, really, I like to say magnificent, man. Like, until it kind of fizzled off a little bit. How was that for you, though, man?
It was great. Like you said, like all sports was like winning at that time. I feel like
Yeah.
the girls was winning their chips. Lady Vols basketball, softball team. Did they make it to the finals? Or did they make it to the
Yes.
World Series?
With mine, I mean, yes.
Yeah, like football team was doing good. SEC championships. I remember I went to SEC championships. So we were winning. We didn't win the championship, but we were winning. We had winning records. So at that time it was just a special time.
It was.
Whenever I see, like I saw Aaron this summer in Atlanta at the mall, ran into him. So
Yeah.
it's good to see everybody, see y'all, run into you. I see Candace every now and then.
Yeah.
So it's always good to see, what I'm saying, former Vols that I was there at UT with. It's special.
It was real good vibes, man. And I've been saying it for the longest. I got to get back to Knoxville. I hadn't been back since. I went back 1 year, and I hadn't been back since, man. So I'm, man, it's good seeing you, good hearing you. I always say for sure, like seeing you shoot and the way guys shoot now, you could have blended in this era as a young guy flawlessly, man. So congrats on the career so far and what you did at UT. And I'm a fan still, man, just so you know.
Appreciate it, man. I always watch you play too every Sunday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna let Ron get back to what he got going on because I'm almost gonna take it. I love seeing this, man. Like this is dope, man. You feel me?
Good to see you.
Yeah, man. So I had to get the special guest. Yeah, I mean, special guest with a special host.
Man, that's my guy. Like,
yeah, ain't no doubt.
Good people, man.
Oh, without a doubt.
Good people, man. Good people.
Without a doubt. Now we had some good times in them summers up there, man.
yeah, we did.
Hey, so let's go on your senior year real quick, man, before we wrap up. Senior year, you still get named All-American to the All-American team. You still have an up and down year. Team does good. You were struggling with something.
Yeah.
What were you struggling with, and why didn't you reveal it to anyone?
Yeah, man. So, after that junior year, Slay, like, I'm SEC Player of the Year, and I'm just like, I got to take it to a whole nother level. I remember people saying, like, you should, like, just enter the draft with no agent, what do you have to lose, And I was just like, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. But, after we lose in the state tournament, Chad, the trainer, was like, Chris, we get back to OG. He's like, Chris, I need to talk to you for a second. And I can see on his face, like, something's real. Like, it's serious. He's like, okay.
Right.
So I go to my room, and I'm just like, I take a shower. I'm just in the shower, like,
what this man want to talk
I
about?
don't know what's going on. Like,
yeah.
Something happened to my family, Slay. Like, what's going on? Like, so I'm just like, okay, whatever. So I go downstairs, meet with Chad and Mike Hamilton and Bruce, and they're like, well, you failed a drug test. And I'm thinking, like, man, I don't even smoke. Like,
right.
07, like, I don't smoke like that. The only thing I could think of was like, I've been around it.
Right.
I've been around, like, did it get in my, I'm thinking.
Right.
Like, but they're just like, did you take a substance, like drinking these different substances? I'm like, whatever the team's drinking when Troy we get done lifting, like, I drink everything what they drink. So I'm like, I don't know. Well, you failed a drug test. So I'm just like, well, don't worry. We're going to get back to Knoxville. We're going to get some tests done. And so we get back to Knoxville. We fly back to Knoxville that next day. And we go to, like, different doctors the next couple of days. And everybody's just like, I don't know. So we get to, I think it was a cancer doctor. So he's like, well, you're either pregnant or you got cancer. I'm just like, well, I know I can't be pregnant,
Right.
Like, I guess I got cancer. The doctor was like, he told me I had cancer. He's like, yeah, you got it. So I'm just like, whew.
Right.
Back then, when I think of cancer, I'm thinking, shoot, I'm about to die. I don't know how much time I got left.
Right.
I need to go to take a vacation or something. I got to live it up these last however long I got to live. I got to.
Exactly.
So yeah, they like, you got cancer, and we caught it early, so you'll be fine. So I'm like, oh, thank God for that. Like, we caught it early, so you'll be fine. Just had some. You just have to relax for a little bit.
Right.
So I get back to Knoxville. They performed the surgery on me, take care of me. They put me up in the Marriott for a few days. My parents came down, and we stayed in the Marriott. And this time spring workouts are about to start.
Right.
We're trying to keep it on the hush.
Right.
We don't want anybody to know. So
exactly.
Bruce is just like, let's just tell him. If you remember, I sprained my ankle real bad that year. I missed 4 games.
Yep.
So let's just say you're gonna rest your ankle this spring. We're just gonna say that. I'm like, okay, that's a bet. So I'm just walking around watching workouts. Everybody, where you going to serve? I was like, man, whatever my ankle gets, gets ready, I'm I got there. So that's the word, which is believable.
Right.
You understand that.
Mm-hmm.
So which was fine. So then May comes.
Right.
And when I start doing the radiation, you go to the hospital every day for the radiation. It takes like 5 minutes.
Right.
And the doctor's telling me, like, Chris, you're gonna be tired, you're gonna be wore out, but so I go to the first day of treatment, so this ain't affecting me.
Right.
So I'm trying to get back and hoop and stuff, I'm like, this can't hold me down, like what?
Yeah.
So I'm out there hooping, trying to get back right. I'm looking bad out there, by the way. So I ain't played in months.
You ain't got the rhythm or nothing.
So I'm about to looking bad too. I'm like, dang, I might need to sit out.
Yeah.
So the treatments, I keep going to therapy and I can feel it coming, like my stomach, throwing up, can't eat. And I'm just like, man, I'm just chilling. I'll be like, I'll text you, Chad, I'm not going to make it to workouts today.
Yeah.
So end up being, I'm done working out. Like, I go to treatment and I just lay in the bed alone. And this is May, so my teammates are going home for many times. We ain't got to be back till June.
Right.
So it's perfect. Like you keep it on the low, keep it under the radar.
Mm-hmm.
And the plan was to have the treatments like early in the morning at the hospital.
Right.
Because I was noticeable. Like
you get you in and out though.
Yeah, so I was trying to get in and out. I would get on the elevator. Me and Chad would take me, and we would do the things and just get out. Wear a hat, hoodie, put a hood on.
Mm-hmm.
So we were trying to be sneaky about it. And I remember one time, it's like we got on the elevator, me and Chad. Yeah. And some dude noticed me, right? So he picks his head back around the elevator, like, hold on, is that Chris? Where's he going?
Yeah.
So Chad changes the floor real quick, like I'm going somewhere else. He changes it real quick on the go.
Man, y'all got to be incognito out here.
Yeah. Chad was on it. Chad was on top of it too.
Yeah.
Chad was on top of it.
That's real.
But like we did like it was pretty good. Like we kept it a secret. The morning I had surgery though, when it first happened, Bruce was like, I want to come, and everybody's just like, Bruce, if you come in there, everybody's gonna know something.
Everybody gonna know. Come on, Bruce.
You can't hide. But Bruce wanted to be there for me, which I understand. Like, so I'm laying in the bed, hospital bed, so like, about to go back. And March 27th, it's March 27th. That day's March 27th. Mm-hmm. It has it on your wrist, right? Your wristband. Yeah. No, it has your birthday and stuff on your wristband.
Right.
Yeah. So Bruce looks at my wristband, and that's my birthday, 3/27/86.
Right.
So he looks at my wristband, and he's like, March 27th? He looks at his phone, and is like, today's March 27th. I was like, yeah, it's my 21st birthday.
Damn. You going in for surgery on your birthday, man.
Everybody else on their 21st birthday, kick it up. I'm in the hospital. I'm in the hospital, laid up, about to, have surgery. So Bruce looks at his phone and just shakes his head and walks away. He just walks away, But, it was good, man. It was, I look back at that time, and like at the time I didn't understand, but now I think I was being selfish. I was like, dang, God, what'd I do? Like, dang, why? It seemed like the worst timing. Like, like it couldn't have been the worst timing. Like, I had the greatest season of my career, player of the year, and it was just like, I was like, at the time, worst timing.
Right.
But now, as I got older, it's like I realized, like, man, I impacted a lot of people with cancer.
Exactly.
Like, I still get messages from this day, like, man, we want to appreciate you, man. We got the same you had, man. We appreciate what you did. And so I'm just like, so it's not all about me.
Right.
It's about other people, but how you can affect and impact other people. So I look back and I'm just like, man, I don't think I would change it. I wouldn't change it. It's so much better than, being selfish and just looking out for other people.
That's big time, man. That's big time to even have that perspective on it, even looking back on it now today. 2 things before we get off, and I'm going to let you go, man. We're in the Boom Boom Room with Chris Lofton, special guest today. CeeLo, and I'm gonna interview Tyler later. But if Tyler Smith is on that team, what type of run do you think y'all have?
Which team? Which teams?
The
Like
team y'all played when y'all played Texas.
oh,
Now you wasn't were you there?
So my junior year.
Yeah, your junior
Oh,
year. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
If everybody remains healthy and everything, when did Tyler get put off? Were you gone?
Tyler played my senior year with me.
I played your senior year.
2008.
Okay, so Tyler
My
got
senior
put off
Tyler
2009 then.
Yeah, I think it was 9 or 10.
Okay, what was your most talented team when you were at UT?
Most talented? It was
And
probably
team
that
you
08.
felt that y'all thought, God, that's the one, like, we supposed to be gone, at least Final Four.
Yeah. If I'm like my same self 08, like I was 07, I was healthy,
Mm-hmm.
I think we would have been a problem for a lot of people. You know,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I think we would have been a very big problem for a lot of people. You know, we had, me, Jawan,
Yeah.
Tyler, Wayne, Duke.
Yeah.
Like, that's a mob right
Y'all
there.
were tough. Y'all were tough.
That's what I'm saying. I think if I'm healthy that 08 year, like, there might have been another banner in Thompson Bowling right now.
I'm going to be honest, man. That was,
very well could be.
golly. Like, I know we broke some hearts my freshman year, especially my sophomore year. But that year, God, boy, woo. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. Like, boy, this the one. This is the one.
It could have been.
This the one.
I look back and that could have been special.
Yeah,
that really
could have. Most definitely. Most exciting game.
Most exciting game.
Most exciting game in your playing career.
I'm gonna ask you, as an individual performance or just overall? Like,
both.
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 Well, the most exciting game was that Memphis versus Tennessee, #1 versus #2.
That's what I wanted to get to. Hey,
that game was that was epic. You know what I mean? It's packed. You got Peyton Manning, Gotti in the building. #1 versus #2, D Rose. Like,
hey,
you just.
Man. Hey, boy, do you talking about exciting? Like, as a player, could you feel, like, leading up to that game, could you feel the excitement in the country? Damn, just the state of Tennessee. The country.
It's like as soon as we arrived at Memphis the night before, we get to the hotel, it's packed in there. You know, we got the Tennessee fans, Memphis fans, they cheering, like we walking through the hotel. And just like you said, leading up to it, and it was just a different atmosphere. Like, best atmosphere ever, best moment of my career for sure. You know, beating them to be #1 after what I've been through my freshman year, 14, 17, senior year, you #1 in the country, like, I mean, it's a book. That's
it is a book.
Like, you can't write it any better.
And y'all went down there and did it.
Went down there, beat them in Memphis, so it's like
that's extra. Yeah, that's special. Talk about the moment where a lot of Tennessee fans remember the matchup, not necessarily you versus KD, but the Texas-Tennessee game, and they coming down to those waning minutes, those waning seconds, and you pulling from I'm talking about you damn near pulled from G10. Like, what was going through your mind, and what was that feeling like when did you see the basket? With KD stretched out like that.
Basket.
Okay.
I saw the basket.
Okay.
I saw the basket.
When that thing left your hand and dropped, what was the feeling?
It's got to go in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know about you, Slade, but when I was at home playing at Thompson Bowling, this is my house. Ain't nobody coming here and beat me in my house. Like, this is me. Like, and like I told you before, I don't care who you are. KD is great, of course. Like I don't need ain't no explanation I can say. You know how great he is. Right. But like I was just thinking, you're great, but this is my house.
You're in the wrong place this time.
You probably gonna get your 30, but you're gonna leave with an L. Yes. You're gonna leave with an L.
Facts.
And I was just thinking, like, my team needs a bucket, and they look to me for that, so I gotta make something happen.
Right. You went and did this.
I just pulled and
bottles.
Yeah.
Bottoms. So they go down in Tennessee history, man. One of the overall last thing, two last things for real this time. So I want you to leave something for the kids that may be watching. If you were to talk to your younger self or talking to a kid that you were mentoring, what would you tell him as far as motivation, regardless of what's going on social media, how to keep your head down and keep going? What's some advice you would give him? And two, fondest thing about being a VFL, about the University of Tennessee.
Okay. If I would tell the kids that's watching, I would say, man, dream big.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sell yourself short. You can be whatever you want to be, but with me saying that, you gotta put in the work. You gotta keep God first. You gotta, I look at myself and say, you gotta do the things that make you deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
Like be nice to everybody.
Right.
Just like with the world we're in today, man, it's just so much hate, so much division.
Right.
Man, just be nice to everybody, love everybody, and like I said, work hard, man, work hard.
Mm-hmm.
Don't leave any regrets.
Right.
And just put it all out there. Not just in basketball, whatever it is you want to do. You want to be an accountant, you want to be a doctor, just give it all you got. Like if you're not going home tired, I don't know if you worked hard enough.
Right. So with that being said, what is your fondest moment? Or what do you look back on your time at the University of Tennessee and be like, man, that's all right there. For example, for me, I think it's I always say, man, the family atmosphere. VFLs coming back, going to ones that are presently there, like knowing the history of it and it really being like a family. You know what I mean? What's one of your fondest?
Yeah. It could be the same thing. So like every time I go back to Knoxville, I feel like, I'm always welcome.
Right.
Coach lets me players around the practice facility. I'm, in the offices. I'm just, I feel like I'm still can be there anytime at any given day, and I'm welcome.
Right.
And like seeing my teammates, seeing older players, just the family atmosphere. When I go back to games, they take care of you, and it's really VFL.
Right.
It's really real. A lot of schools don't have that.
Right.
I talk to some guys and be like, man, they still take care of you in Tennessee. I'm like, yeah, they do. Like, we don't get that where I,
right.
I'm just like, man, I realize how great I got it when I go back to Knoxville.
Yeah.
So that's always gonna be special. Knoxville is always my second home.
Yeah.
That's my second home. I'll probably end up living down there at some point.
Right.
So
right.
It's always it's that family vibe, and just seeing the other VFLs and being around the new players,
right,
getting to know them,
right, and the fan base from football to basketball,
yeah, man,
crazy.
I'm speaking about that fan base.
I already know it. I love
the fan base in Knoxville.
That's what it is, man. I appreciate you, CeeLo, taking the time, man. Coming in the Boom Boom Room. You got your Boom Boom Room shirt on the way. Get your addy when you get off here. I'm going to shoot it to you. Say no more, man. I appreciate it. It's all love, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Come on, I said what up. Tell him I said hi, man.
He can hear you back there. He back in.
All right, man. Yeah, I'll holler at y'all.
All right, man. Good looking, CeeLo.